views are amazing. I really want to go walking wherever that is. Good morning. Well, it wasn't that long ago that I stood on Pule Hill and I looked over in this direction and I said I want to walk that bit of moorland. Well, here I am. I've parked up at Marsden View car park, just a little car park. Look at these views. I wasn't expecting to see the reservoir empty though. That's March Haigh Reservoir. I've no idea why it's empty. These are the Buckstones. Well, the sky's very blue right now. But I don't think it's going to stay that way. It was quite a long drive, about 2 hours. And I was driving through sunshine and some pretty heavy rain at times. So for today's walk, I'm kind of going to do a circuit of March Haigh Reservoir, walk around it. There's hopefully going to be some amazing views that I haven't seen before. There may be one or two waterfalls en route, although the fact that the reservoir is empty doesn't bode well for that. That's where I just was. I've come down. Looks like it's quite interesting over there. I'm pretty much at the reservoir now. I've just had a chat with that worker. Yeah, they've drained the reservoir because they're doing some work there, replacing a valve or something. There's Pule Hill in the distance. I don't know if you can see it, but that air shaft there, that's where I came up. So I came up this side got to that, walked along, then came back, went down just beneath the workings, then came all the way down, all the way back, and then to the top. Bad weather on the way. Oh, this weather is just horrible. It's pretty grim. Wet, windy and cold. Well, the sun's come out. Don't know how long for. I've kind of gone down towards Marsden as far as I was going to go, and now I'm heading back up again. Slightly different route to start with, closer to the river, and then I'll rejoin that track I was previously on up to the reservoir, and then we'll see what it's like, what the weather's like at that point. If anyone's lost their digital watch, possibly someone who was walking here in the 1980s, I found it. And that is perfect. Hopefully I won't have to cross that ford, because it's a bit deep. Yeah, I think this will do. So the original route that I did plan did actually involve crossing here and going at that path. But I've got another 2 days of walking and I really don't want my boots to get wet. So I'm kind of torn. I don't fancy risking trying to cross over there. It's not the end of the world. I can follow this path, and in fact if I follow this path it will loop me back round and it will stop me having to retrace the route that I already walked. I mean, I have already walked along the upper side of this, so I have seen views down. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this path, keep my boots as dry as possible, because they won't dry out. They won't dry out overnight. And I've got another walk planned for tomorrow. Steam or smoke or something coming out of that air vent. The weather absolutely sucks. Car's over there somewhere. I'm heading up and then loop around. Still got a few miles to go. For now I'm out of the worst of the weather. So much for keeping my boots dry. I may as well just have walked straight through that ford earlier. Don't think it would have made any difference. But as you can see, where I am right now, the rain stopped. There's a bit of blue sky ahead. We'll see how many minutes it lasts. It's a pity that reservoir's drained, otherwise it'd look really nice. Up ahead is March Hill, and then from there figure out a way to get back to the car. I'm on the top of March Hill. Unfortunately, it looks like all that altitude I've gained, that height I've gained, I'm going to have to lose. Because looks like there's a pretty big valley between me and the car. But look at these views. Bit of sunshine down there. Just looking back up March Hill. Path is very, very wet and marshy. I'm pretty much down at the bottom now, just coming up to the reservoir again. So now I've got a fairly direct, I think, very steep up to the car. It's looking like I'm going to be going back to the car, back up to the top, the same, more or less the same route I came down, which wasn't the original plan, but it wasn't the original plan to come down that way either. So some of the footpaths here are not where the Ordnance Survey map shows them to be, or they're closed off or whatever. Nearly at the top. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to lie, the weather could have been better today, but I've really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the views. I hope you've enjoyed it too.